Trey, what did Saturday's win do for you guys? The way you were able to get it, the way that you had so many players step up, kind of just everything that piled into that. What's that do for you guys going forward?
I think it's a confidence booster. Going into last game, we've heard a lot of talk from people in the outside world just saying that, we're just a home team and we only really play well in Hilton. So, for us, we took it personal. We took it as a statement game. It's just, an opportunity to show people that we can play at a high level anywhere. And then also just the fact that, even though Taman was down, we had a lot of guys step up. And I think that just really gave us a lot of encouragement, just knowing, that we're very deep as a team and anybody can step up at any given time, no matter what the circumstances is. So I think that'll definitely help us further down the road towards March.
How much did you guys try to make a point that, I think still the number one rated turnover team percentage-wise, turning the other team over after BYU, you get, what it was, 10 or 11. TCU, you get 17, 18 in the first half and 27 overall. Well, how much of a point of pride was it to say, re-emphasize this is who we're going to be throughout the season?
Yeah, definitely. It's always been, a huge point of pride for us as a team. We're a team that thrives on being disruptive and being physical on the defensive end. I think that a lot of times we really use our defense to create our offense and stuff like that. So, offense in general is a very up and down thing. There are nights where you shoot the ball great, and there's times where you don't shoot it as great. And so that's one thing that that we've always decided that we're going to be as a team that always plays hard and plays well on the defensive end and tries to turn you over.
What's the difference in your team with Taman and without Taman?
Taman brings a lot of multiple effort plays, a lot of high energy. He's a guy who's very tough nosed and is always in the middle of something. So I think that that's something that he's always brung. A sense of physicality and toughness, especially on the ball. That's one thing that we've always talked about, and one thing that I've always said with him is when we're on defense, it starts with you. Picking up full court, picking up at half and stuff like that. So whenever he's on, we're on as a whole on defense and stuff like that. And then he just brings just a calming presence. He's not a guy who says a lot, but his actions is really what speaks volumes. So I think that with him, we're very we're very calm, we're very poised through all things. I think without him, I think that we lose just a little bit of that. I feel like at times in the TCU game there were spurts where we got a little frantic, a little hectic, which led to some turnovers and stuff, especially towards the end. So,
What are your thoughts on the Big 12? You're kind of a pseudo-veteran of the Big 12 now. What are your thoughts on the Big 12 this season?
I mean, it's a gauntlet. I feel like it's always been a gauntlet, but I feel like even more so now more than ever, and especially with the addition of 4 new teams. I feel like there's no off nights. I feel like every game is really comes down to 1 or 2 key possessions, and you really have to be on at all times because there's no gimme games and stuff like that. I think that it's the most talented league in the country, it's the most physical league in the country, and it's also the most competitive league in the country. And I feel like that's why anybody who's successful in the Big 12 is normally playing towards the end of March. So.
Your dad doesn't try to say, the Missouri Valley was tougher than.
Nah, he knows what's up.